Hello, and welcome to the 91st episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter from Toronto, and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. So it's been about a week and a half since I last updated. There are reasons why I had delayed because I was waiting for stuff to come in. And now that I think about it, I'm actually missing one of my items and I have no idea where I put it. I'm trying to remember. Anyways, so we'll just go on with what I have. So we've got some stash enhancements. We've got some works in progress, no finished objects, and we have one new cast on. Yeah. So I guess what we will start with is my new cast on. Yep. So because I finished my other two pairs of socks last week, I decided, not last week, well, that's when I showed them was last week. I decided to cast on a new pair of socks. These ones are vanilla socks. Let me see, do I have the tag still in here? Because this dyer, her yarn is gorgeous. Okay, so I discovered her while going through Instagram. Oh, took off the string. So, can you see that? It's by Mud Punch, Inspiring Color. So her colors are awesome. So I'm just going to show you the back first. The colorway is called Just Like a Circus. I just decided to randomly pick it up. I like the colors in it. I said, okay. And then afterwards I got the yarn, and it is freaking gorgeous. So I've had it for a while. I'm pretty certain I've shown it in the skein, but I rolled it into a ball. So because I have no, my ball winder is no longer functional, that means I have to buy another one. I hand wind a lot of my balls, especially if I don't buy them from, and especially if I don't get them done at the yarn shop that I purchased them from. So for this one, they've got these beautiful light blues, you got hot pinks, you got greens popping up there, and the purple. So I cast it on, and usually when I do, especially self-striping socks, don't like to break up the stripes. I lucked out by the, I managed to dye, this is from a while back, a hot pink that matched perfectly with hers. So I cast on with my hot pink. I think that looks so blown out. Let me try to turn this down a bit more. I guess that looks close to accurate. I'm not even sure. I'm still working out how to do the lighting thing because this side of my room is a bit darker. So this hot pink, I dyed it before. I used it for like heel cuffs and toes and other socks. So I decided to use this. And then I jumped into the stripes and put them and everything. So here it is so far. So these are the beautiful colors for this thing. Tell me that hot pink does not match her pink almost perfectly. I don't know how I managed to do that, and I lucked that out, but I was so happy. But I did learn one thing. I don't think I like the concept of pink and green together. But oh well. But it like in the striping sequence, it looks really, really nice. So last night I actually reached a point where I'm there like, yeah, I should put in the heel. So I did. And then I just did a few more rows past that, and then I decided I can't stay up. I have to go to bed. So, and then I just started on the foot late last night. So this is Mud Punch Yarns. You can find her on Instagram. I'm pretty certain she's under Mud Punch. She has her own website. It's not through Etsy or anything like that, but absolutely gorgeous. I'll try to remember. I make no guarantees whatsoever because my memory is really shoddy. Even after I go back and edit it, I'm probably still going to forget. I'm going to try and put the link in below the video as to where you can get her yarns. She updates usually once a week. She has all of these color combos that she does, where she'll just basically take like colors and put them together, and it's just like, oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous, I want to buy them, but then you can't get them yet. Like I actually just missed it, a day where you can actually get to request those color combos. I didn't have money at the time, I couldn't get to do it, and I wish I did. But what I do is I take pictures of them, and then I guess I try and narrow it down, and next time she does it, I will be prepared so that I can get some of these extra colors. They're absolutely gorgeous. So that was my new cast on. Okay, I guess I will continue with my next thing, because this can actually show off one of my new items. So, while I was waiting for my needles for another project, I really miss not being able to go into a yarn shop. Ugh, makes everything take so much longer because you can't guarantee how long it takes via post for it to come. Even if it's like not too far from here, post office slows everything down for what it is. But I made progress. Oh, try it this way. I've made progress on my For Fox's Sake sweater. The design is by Max Sear. pretty certain I'm pronouncing that right, Sear. So let me just pull it up. It's going to be a bit, yeah, well, that's it so far. That's as far as I've made it. And my new progress keeper, I'm just going to show it off now, shows where I was before I when I started last time. After the last time I showed it to you, I made it down to here. I think I maybe have a couple more inches to go before I start doing the ribbing for the bottom. But I am going to show off one of my new acquisitions right here. This is the For Fox's Sake Fox by Max Sear that he was going to debut at the Knit City in Montreal. He was going to debut them in Montreal. He wasn't able to do it, but I was not able to get any of the bags that apparently him and Paradise Owls were going to do, which I think I talked about it last week. I wish I was able to get it. But he did have Progress Keepers and enamel buttons, and I got one of the Progress Keepers right here. So I'm really happy about that because I really wanted it to go with the Fox. So there's that. That's the progress that I've made. I think maybe by the next time I show it to you, I could be finished the body. I make no guarantees. I know myself. I'm not making any kind of guarantees. And then afterwards, I could be possibly finished the body of it and maybe moving on to the sleeves because I really do want to get this done. Mostly because I think I would feel guilty if I had like two sweaters going on at the same time, and I really, really want to cast down my other sweater. Okay, let's put you. Don't fall, please. I beg of you. So the next thing to show off is my blanket because I put on some squares on it. I did not mark where I had left off last time, but I think generally I know I am almost finished the row, which is pretty darn good. So, last time you had seen, I'm not certain, I was probably somewhere around this area. I can't remember exactly. And then now I've moved all the way down to here. Yeah, I think I was about here. I put in this one, I think, yesterday. Yeah. So I haven't been doing it every day, but I'm well over that. If I was trying to do a square a day, I'm well over that. So I'm not too worried about that. I think I actually calculated if I finish out this row to the end of here, I think I'll be at almost 575. So I'm looking forward to making it to that because, I don't know, to me that just screams progress. So for my yarns, I've used different things. Like I've used whatever leftovers. Just basically, I have a container with leftover sock yarns and that kind of stuff. I just dump them all into there and I just scoop out a bunch, put them into a bag, and then I work from that. And now that's down to like the last 4 inside there. So I got to go back to my big container, pull out more. I got a container up there with even more. Put it this way, I'm not going to run out of sock yarn anytime soon, at least for socks. So I am loving it. It is gorgeous and it's growing. I still have no idea what I'm going to do about the back, but at least it's not as bad as it was when I started at the beginning. At the beginning, oh gosh. If you ever, just for the fun of it, no, let me show you. My ends at the beginning. Yeah, that's like nuts. And then my ends, now, it's not as bad, still messy, but a lot more controllable. And I guess one of these days, apparently, according to everybody else, you'll just feel the need to sit down there and fix it. That hasn't happened yet. I started this thing back in 2013. So we'll see about that. So that is the big blanket. Goes under so many different names. My pattern specifically, I know the website that you can find the pattern on is called Rhythm of the Needles. I always keep it saved on my phone because I need it for the these kind of edgings. She has a thing on there and I never remember it when I need it, so I always need to have that on there. I can't remember her name. You know, I'll just leave a link to... I'll try to remember to leave a link to it on YouTube. I can't make any guarantees. I never know. Or maybe I'll just do it with the first commentary because it's easier to do that than putting it underneath. That's what I'll try and do. So let me just push this over here because it takes up space on my lap. I'll probably put on a couple more squares on it today while I listen to podcast or something. So let me now go into my new stash acquisitions. So one of the first things I was so excited to get was my was a bag and a skein of yarn. So here is the bag. I'll show you that first. I put my my enamel pin on there. This is the other one I got from Maxir. I put it on there. I think it's absolutely cute. I got another one. Yeah, that maybe that's what I should do first. So there's that enamel pin. And the other item, I stuffed it in here because it could fit. All my things are accounted for. Is another Progress Keeper of the Montreal Bear, apparently. I didn't even realize there was a Montreal Bear, and I feel so bad for that, especially coming from a French immersion girl. I remember Bonhomme Carnaval. I don't remember the rest. So that was one of the things I was waiting to come in. That was one of my birthday gifts to myself. The other one is this bag. This is from Sandy by the Lakeside. I've never actually owned anything from Sandy by the Lakeside. So right now it's holding on my new acquisitions. So my Sandy by the Lakeside bag. She and Christina from The Cozy Knitter did a collaboration, and this is Sandy's contribution to the collaboration. I think it's great. It's like, oh, I'll show it to you afterwards since I actually start taking everything else. But then this is the yarn from Christina. Isn't that nice? Oh, it's upside down. It's still nice, even upside down. So this one is called Golden Hour. So I'm pretty certain you had the option of, this was this was always going to be the self-striping, but then this part could either be this color here, or it would have been like the pink that you can see in here. I don't know if you can see it. That pink, I think, was the other color that you could have gotten. I don't think I really looked to pay attention to see that there was more than one. I just thought, it's on the website. Buy it, buy it. That's pretty much how I did it. So I got it. Really happy with that. I cannot wait. These ones will definitely be mine. My last self-striping that I did, but with the Cozy Knitter yarn, because I had two pairs I had two pairs of self-striping socks, and I decided that I'm not going to keep both. I brought them both to my aunt. No, because it was too small for my sister now. I brought them both to my aunt, and she, without even knowing the brands or anything like that, she picked the Cozy Knitter one. So again, I do not have a pair of Cozy Knitter socks, but that one was completely my fault. I gave her the option. Shouldn't have done that. Can't complain. So this one, I will get onto that after I finished, I guess maybe my other self-striping pair of socks, and then we will see. So I'm putting that off to the side right now. Ooh, can't wait to get started for that. Inside the bag, also I have my, I made an order from the Knitting Loft because I needed another sock needle size. Not for socks. I needed another needle size for the cast on for the olive sweater. The one I showed last week. And I have the yarn for it. You've already seen the yarn. You saw the other needles. You saw everything else. I just didn't have the size needle to cast on. And my Xiaogu set did not come with that. Doesn't have that set. Not at all. So, because I had to make an order. So I got this. My Xiaogu needles. I love them. In 2.5 US, 3 millimeter. Surprisingly, I don't actually have that in my thing. And I have like everything else. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised I did not have this size. I looked all over the place. I pulled out needles, and I'm like, I didn't even know I had these things. But this one, I did not have this size, so I had to buy it. And since it seems bad to buy this, and the amount of how much it costs for shipping with Canada Post just to get that there, I can't just buy this. So I bought two other things. These would be, these are both Mondim yarns. So I always get solids. So this is like not quite an olive green. It's a yellowish green. I don't know what you would call that. They call it 305. But, so I got this. I don't know what I'm going to make out of it yet. I could end up doing it's like I forgot how to move my tongue. It could be a hat. It could be a sock. It could be, I don't know. It will definitely end up in my sock blanket. That's pretty much a given. But, so there's that color that I got. And then I did something I've never done before. I actually got one of their variegated ones. So I've actually seen, I've seen this one done up by, is it Wendy? I can't remember. And that was the first time I've actually seen these socks. I actually kind of liked it. So I said, okay, this is what their variegated yarns are like. I'll try it out. So this is my first skein of a variegated one. Ooh, that really shows the color well. I think I might just do this generally plain. I haven't quite decided exactly what kind of sock pattern, but I think I'm going to do something with a very simple pattern for that one. This has a chance of being something much more complicated. I don't know. So that's that. And now I can actually I got everything out. Yeah, now I can show you the bag. So it's a canvas bottom bag. from Sandy by the Lakeside. So you can get to see nice canvas. She put on a tassel. From what I gathered from watching some of her podcasts, I don't think she generally does that, but I like it. I think it's pretty. The yarn, it's like a watercolor painted type of design. I am no good with this kind of stuff. I just know I looked at it and I thought it looked pretty. Colors are good, are nice. It's abstract, and then the inside is just pretty much a plain white. All right. The black thing at the bottom. This just the backing for my enamel pins. So I think I've come to the great conclusion for this. I am going to try to, this is where a lot of my enamel pins are going to go now. Because I already have another bag from Paradise Isle that has a bunch of my enamel pins. But there's only, I very much prefer enamel. I like it on canvas. I think it works very well. It doesn't create unnecessary holes in it. I don't really have much that's canvas. Most of my stuff are just regular fabric. So, yeah. So that's probably what I'm going to do is when I get something that has canvas, a pin will definitely go on it. So this is going to be its home for now. Unless I find something else to put it on, but I can't imagine doing that. I really like that. Let's see. Anything else? There's not much personal-wise to talk about. I still had to go to work. It's very stressful. I realized I would never want to be anybody's personal shopper. That's one thing I've noticed. Also, I can't stand the sound of phones ringing. I just, they're so annoying. Even as a kid or teenagers, everybody wants to talk to their friend on the phone. I never did. I couldn't stand it. My friends would call, like when I got my cell phone, everybody was just getting their cell phone in my early 20s, late teens. And my friend would call me, and I'm there like, why are you calling me? Like, if you need to send me anything, just send it to me via text. It's much faster and easier. And then I can get to choose whether or not I want to respond. Yeah, I'm not a phone person. So me being forced to be on the phone for like 9 hours out of a day, I don't work in a call center. It's annoying is what it is. I even was talking with one of my coworkers. I'm like, how hard would it be to come in the middle of the night and disconnect the phone system so you don't have to hear it the next day? Yeah, it gets really, really difficult and hard to deal with. So that is, yeah, I'm pretty much, wow.
Hello, hi, yes, ma'am. If they consider have any, no, but they have new testament, $21. Okay, so really come, they got me. Okay, there you go. So they're Monday to Friday from 10 to 5, from, yeah, or you can take orders after cook. Yeah, so curbside pickup is what it is. Okay, and you have to pay the credit card, I assume? It's when they call me, I don't know. Okay, alright.
Sorry for the break. Just talking with my mom about something. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me for now. This week has been the first time in a long time I actually got to spend a good amount of time at home. Because I've been at work. If I wasn't at work, like, I've been so grateful to have Saturdays off, because that is one day that I cannot be scheduled. And I think for this week, I actually got I got quite a good few days off, and it came as a nice and welcome relief from all of this that's going on. I think I'm one of those few people who would do quite fine under quarantine as long as I had my yarn, I still had internet access and electricity and my laptop to play my games. I'd be good. And my mother, because my mother will take care of all, you need to eat something? Trust me. I swear every morning she's asked me, do you want me to fry you some plantain? I'm like, no, I'm okay, I'm good. I swear, because she doesn't have to go to work and she loves to cook, she's been cooking every day. Like, I haven't seen my mother this often in the kitchen in my life. So she's had family dinners, maybe about, 3 of them in the past 2 weeks. And that's just with the people in our house. We've got 7 people living in my house, and she will make sure the schedule so that everybody can come and sit around the dinner table, and she'll pull out the nice china, she'll pull out the glass. How this woman is constantly pulling out non-alcoholic wine out of the cupboard. I'm there like, do you have a store down there that we don't know about? But she's constantly doing it, and I think she's really enjoying, in a sense, the freedom, because she doesn't, usually when she's working, up until maybe about, usually, what would have been a couple of weeks ago, she's at, just until Easter, she's from February till whenever Easter ends, she's usually like at work for like 12, 13, sometimes 14-hour days. So she's usually comes home exhausted, and it takes her time to recover before she's really willing to do stuff again. She didn't have to go through that because partway through I call it Zipoli season because that's what she's always making because she works in an Italian bakery. And they said that they're going to be closing it down. So it's like basically, unless you're looking for stuff like bread and maybe hot food, that's the only thing that they're open to do. So that's what she's, she doesn't do that. She does all the fancy and the pretty cakes, all the stuff that are not deemed essential. So, yeah. So that's going to be everything for today. I am going to go sit back and relax. I got to edit this before I put it up. And that's everything. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.